What up, everybody? Future presentation here. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I'm sure everyone's familiar with it. But man, I can look at this case a million times and never get old. It's just different, it's unique, and I love it. Um, yeah, I'm here to talk about the game. I tried to beat it. I didn't end up beating it. I got about halfway through, and I ended up calling it quits, and I'll tell you why. Um, I'm gonna get the negative things out of the way first, but overall, the biggest gripe I have with this game is there's no checkpoints, and the missions are very long. There's some very long missions in here, some very fun ones, but the middle portion of this game is just filler to the bone, and I couldn't get through it, which is kind of unfortunate because I really, really like the open world in this game. I think it's one of the best, if not the best, Grand Theft Auto for the open world. There's just so many locations you can go to. I love GTA 5, but if I could just sit down and cruise around, I think I'd pick San Andreas over 5 because GTA 5, I feel like I've explored like literally every inch of the map. This one, since I didn't even beat the story, I still have at least half of the map that's not even unlocked yet. So there's more to the map I haven't even seen yet. And that does give me a bit of incentive to go and beat the story. But at the same time, I got the ending ruined for me. I know who dies. I know Easy dies. I know Ryder dies. Big Smoke dies. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't really have an urge to get through the story unless I want to unlock the rest of the map. But that was my biggest gripe with the game and why I couldn't get through it. The middle portion is just, the missions are just boring, tedious tasks to do. It feels like the beginning of the game is really good. The first act of the game is really good. The second is just dragged down by all the filler. And then the third act, everything kind of comes around. But man, I just want to go back to the hood and be with the boys. I don't want to be with this stoner dude that's always baked out of his mind and you gotta go burn down plants. I get every GTA game has its filler missions, but this game is fucking long. It's long, the missions are long, and there's no checkpoints. And when you get to the very end of the mission and you gotta restart all the way over with no checkpoints, some games I can do that, but this one in particular, it was just something about the missions and how tedious they were that I couldn't go back. It just felt like a waste of time. And I wouldn't say it ruined my experience of the game, but I kind of look at the story a lot different now. When I was a kid, I always got to like the first act and I never got past it. I always got stuck on the bike mission. So actually getting a bit farther now, I'm just like, come on, really? But at the same time, this game does have a lot of positives to say about it. The characters are cool. They're not my favorite. They're not the most likable, but they're good enough. I don't think CJ is like the best protagonist. Me personally, I think Nico is the best from GTA 4. He's my favorite. But everyone does a good enough job to somewhat keep you engaged in the story and see what happens next. And then you just run into a bunch of filler missions. And I don't know, like I said before, maybe I'll go back one day and beat it, but not right now. I got too much shit to play. A lot of people are going to think I'm impatient and I should have just stuck through it. But when you have the third act of the whole game ruined for you already, there's not really an incentive to keep playing. Maybe if that didn't happen, I would have stuck through it. I don't know. But overall, this is probably the best GTA game open world wise. There's just so many different locations you can go to. You can do a lot that you can't do in even GTA 5, like lifting weights, gaining weight. You can lose weight. You keep track of your stamina, your body fat, your muscle, everything. And I think that was a really cool addition, but they didn't really keep it, so I don't know what the fuck the point of that was. I think the aesthetic of the game and just being in this world and going to these different neighborhoods is just something I've always loved, and it was always my favorite part. just driving around and just seeing different shit. Like every single street in this game, every lane you go down, everything's different. Nothing looks the same. The level of detail, even to this day, is better than 90% of the games that we get today. And that's not even a joke. It's me being serious. Um, really good cheat codes, obviously. That's the other amazing thing about this game. It has the best cheat codes. I remember being a kid and just using the jetpack, and then I tried using the jetpack again, and I was like, "It's fun, but holy fuck, it is slow. It's not as fast as I thought it was. Definitely takes you a while to get to your destination. I don't know. It's just one of those games I can literally turn on. I can just hop into the car, just drive around, listen to some good old fashioned hip hop, and just fuck shit up and do GTA things that, when you're not doing the mission. I mean, come on, guys, it's GTA. You know what you're going to be doing. So it's like stuff like that. But like, I just don't have an urge to go back into the story. I am kind of pissed off that it got ruined for me just because of YouTube. But I don't know. This game's been out forever and I never beat it. So I guess that's kind of on me at the same time. Really just, I don't know. It's a revolutionary game. It's timeless. It is a classic. And then, like, you just think, you're like, fuck, if I liked the story a bit more. I did go back and I watched, like, how everything played out. But, I don't know. I thought it was decent, just, like, compared to GTA 4. I just thought that story was done way better. But, like, for the time, I can understand why people loved it. But like I said, I never got past the first act when I was a kid, so I never knew what happened until now. The characters are just, like they're different. You got Smoke, Lamar, the other guy. I forget his name. He's with you. He's with you till the very end though. And you got Ryder, and you kind of do have this funky feeling at the beginning that they're going to turn their back on you, and they eventually do. There is some fun missions in here. But for the most part, when I was playing this, even some of the missions in the first act, I was like, I don't know. It just wasn't having that much fun. I found a lot of them being tedious, a lot of bike chases, airplane missions, like shit like that. If they, made better missions, maybe I would have stuck through it. But you can't deny that this game has left its mark in history. It is iconic as fuck. You can't really, you like as soon as you look at it, you know what it is. And it's one of the first games, I think it was the first game that was rated A for adult when it came out. And then I think they switched it. Everyone knows about the hot coffee mod or whatever it was. I just have so much nostalgia for it. I can't hate it. Even if I did not have nostalgia for it, I probably wouldn't hate it anyway. I don't really hate any of the GTA games. But this one, like the story, I'm just like, fuck, I wish this, I just wish I liked it more. Same as Vice City. Never really got into it that much. I really like the character of that Ray Liotta voices. I don't even remember his name. Jesus Christ. It's like 12 o'clock here. Sorry. But, I don't know. Even the missions in Vice City. GTA 3, I understood. That was the first open world game that Rockstar did. I think it was the first open world game ever, and everyone kind of copied their formula after. GTA 3, it was just running around doing fucking errands for people basically, and I didn't mind that. But Vice City, when I played it, when I was a kid, I didn't play any of the story. I just drove around, and doing that now and playing the story, even the definitive edition, I don't know, didn't really care for those missions that much either, but I understand the nostalgia that is there. One of my buddies is like super obsessed with it, beat it like 30 times, and GTA 4 would be my favorite. GTA 5, pretty much, almost pretty much a masterpiece. You can look back at it now and say, I'm sick of it, I'm sick of the multiplayer, but you gotta think, when GTA 5 came out, that game was, whew, that game was fucking fire, man. I beat that game so many times. I don't know if Vice City Stories, I didn't beat. I do have that on the PS2. I'm working my way towards that. I beat Liberty City Stories on the PS2. I liked that story better than San Andreas and Vice City, which is weird considering it's a side game, but I really liked it. It was short, it was sweet, it was simple. San Andreas, that story is like 14 hours long. Liberty City Stories is like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, and you get a lot of good character development. So I really like that. And I do have Chinatown Wars on the DS, which I have not played yet. And obviously, I can't wait for GTA 6. I really, really hope they don't drop the ball, but I mean, oh man, I don't think they will. They have so much expectations to meet. I think it's going to be a crazy ride. Everyone's kind of pissed it's not coming out till next year, but I mean, we're already in April. I think it's going to come fast. And I don't know. I kind of wish more people would pay attention to like Liberty City Stories and those kind of side games. Because I really feel like Vice City could, like, it is kind of a side game in a way, but I don't know. I could just never get into it. But overall, I would put San Andreas at like my number 3 spot, and the first two I would have Liberty City Stories and GTA 4. But San Andreas is definitely up there. But even my buddies, when I talked to them, like they didn't like the story that much. They, they felt it went on too long. But other than that, if you want to just wreak havoc, fuck around, blow shit up, you can do that with the cheat codes. You can get rocket launchers, C4, RPGs, you get everything. These cheat codes in this game are the best. You can get a lot of cars, vehicles, you can fly cars for fuck's sakes. There's so much shit you can do. There is no other GTA game that has better cheats than San Andreas. So that reason alone, I would put it in the top 3 because even to this day, I can throw this on, put some fucking cheats in, dick around, never really get bored. It's just the story I wish I liked a lot more. But overall, that's the review. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for 218 subscribers. Really, really appreciate it. Hopefully, we get to 300 by, I don't know, the end of May, June. That'd be cool. I would really appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace out.